Okay guys, Frank Cava, experiencedinvestor.com. And what we're going to talk about now is a slight departure from what we talked about in the past. Up until this point, we've talked a lot about marketing and we've talked a lot about getting leads. Part of this business is it's a sales business, okay? It's connecting with people and it's overcoming objections, and it's rooted very much in sales. And if that's a surprise to you, well, sorry to ruin the surprise, but it's part of the business, okay? In a lot of instances, the people who call us because they have a problem that needs an immediate need, or they have a problem that needs an immediate need, in a lot of instances because there has been a lot of non-action or procrastination, or they've stewed on something for years and now there's an emergency, right? Like the city's coming and they want you to knock this place down unless you can pay back taxes or things along those lines. So it's incumbent upon us to help solve these problems. And one of the ways that we solve these problems in our business is we overcome objections all the time. We have kind of a script book where a call comes in. If they ask a certain question, we answer it a very certain way. But the other way that you can use what's going on in the world around you is to help create urgency. So I'm going to give a great example. Right now in the marketplace, the stock market is bouncing around like a ping pong ball. Okay, it's going up, it's going down, it's going left, it's going right. Like, it is so unbelievably inconsistent. And there's fears from all over. There's a European fear. There's the fear of interest rates are going to go up. There's a fear of the Chinese stock market. There's, I don't know, depending on when you're watching this video, there's some other thing going on that's causing fear. It's pretty normal. As long as I've been alive, there's always something troubling brewing. So what you have to realize is, in this business, as you're selling and you're satisfying needs, you have to realize the needs of the person that you're talking to. And the way that we target through postcards is we usually target people who need to sell quickly, want little hassle, and want cash. Okay, that's our typical buyer. When you're on the phone with these people, you need to satisfy those needs. But the thing that you can do besides just rote memorization of the same story over and over again is you can use things like rising interest rates. You can use the stock market and causing fear in the marketplace and possibly softening of the home building sector. What that means to someone selling the house is, hey, I can pay $40,000 today for this, or if you're in California, add a zero to that. But in 6 months, I might not be able to. If the stock market crashes, or if gas goes through the roof, or if any of these other things happen. So what you do is, as you're live and in living color and on the phone with these people, you have to use things they can relate to help express the reason why working with you and working with you now is important. And what I'll tell you is, things come up all the time in our everyday lives that you can use to help sell and create urgency, and to get a home not only purchased, but get it to that point where you can help that person kind of close that chapter. It's really important. One of the things I'll leave you with, and we're going to talk more about sales as we go through this, but when I was really young, I was like 22, 23, 24 years old, and I was in my first sales job. I was with one of these women who was fantastic in sales, and she was wired completely differently than me in every regard. Like, I was like short hair, super diligent with working out, and like I ate meticulously well, and I was like really organized, and she was the opposite of that. But I wanted to work with her because she was the best. Everyone told me she was the best. And like, I got in there and I kind of saw it, and I'm like, man, the way they make the sausage around here is kind of ugly, right? But she was so good. And the first time we went into a meeting, what she told me was, Frank, God blessed you with one mouth and two ears for a reason. Shut your freaking mouth and listen. And the lesson that you learn is, in this business, in any sales business, the person that's important isn't you. The person that's important is the person that needs to sell that property. And it's up to you to figure out what's important to them, and then it's up to you to help satisfy those needs. And what I'm telling you is, if you get really good information from these folks, and then you use some of the influences that are going on in the world, you can not only satisfy the need, but you can make a compelling story why you're the one who can do this. And this video series is to help give you that edge, to help you distinguish yourself from the other people who are out there that are in the marketplace that are competing with you. Now, I went to get gas 3 or 4 hours ago, and I saw 4 signs for people who want to buy houses. If you're watching this series of videos, you're going to be more informed than most of them, and you're going to understand, if you really listen to what I just talked about, how important this is. Satisfying the need for the customer, doing the right thing, and using those influences to be able to build a compelling case is what it's going to take you from maybe doing a deal to doing many deals and going from a hobbyist to a pro. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.